Hello everyone and welcome along to round number 4 of the WWRL Championship here on F1 2018. We are here at sunny Baku in Azerbaijan for the 4th round of this championship. We've seen lots of thrills and spills in the first 3 rounds, and I expect nothing less here in Azerbaijan, where we've seen some thriller races here in real life. 2017 and 2018 putting on a stellar show for the neutral. Maybe not for Lewis Hamilton fans in 2017 or Sebastian Vettel fans in 2018, but here I am as a spectator. Sarah's out of the session as well. He was just behind Sagatari, I do believe. So if you get a view of... Oh, there he is. I think I just saw him there. Just parked just before turn 12. That's a massive shame for the Force India driver as well as the Williams driver, both out before qualifying even begun for them. I can smell some teamwork going on between the two Mercedes drivers. I see Bastardino right in front of Martino, giving a little bit of a slipstream down the main straight. It's a mile long, that main straight, so it's definitely going to see some overtakes happening today. And Bastardino is now going on his hot lap. There's a lot of action going on this main straight. Bastardino's getting past his teammate who's coming into the pits. Bastardino's going to come up towards the line. It looks like a very poor lap. 1:43.5. He must have made a massive error on his lap somewhere. That isn't a usual lap time from the Mercedes, and he's down in 8th place so far. The last of the ones that have set a lap time thus far. Now this lap from Bastardino looks much more neater and tidy, and he's going to put himself on the second row of the grid in 3rd place, so close to his teammate Smiltino, who's only just about a 10th ahead of the Mercedes. So it's Mercedes 2 and 3. They can't topple the German Renault driver out on top though. His Lycras are going to start his lap now. He puts himself on the second row. Not second row, he's in 2nd place. I'm getting my timing sheets all wrong here. He's second with a 1:38.0 from the Renault. Very, very strong lap time from him, and it is now a Renault front row. Panda Cruiser is making his way up towards the line now, and he crosses it and puts himself 5th place. Very strong lap time from Sven. He puts himself ahead of the 2 Toro Rossos and just behind the 2 Mercedes. Oh, that's Safso in a spin. That must have been just after turn 4. So he's coming a cropper to the right-hander and just getting on the power a little bit early there. He's on his outlap, so there's no real need to push. But Sasso felt the need to, and that's going to cost his tyres some tyre wear, definitely. As there's more yellow flags. Oh dear, no! Bastardino has just walloped his car into the castle section. I thought someone had to surely fall victim. And it is the 2nd Mercedes who is out of qualifying and will start no higher than 4th place. Safso is launching himself down the huge straight and up towards the line, picking up the DRS now, and up towards the line now. Safso puts his name on pole. 1:37.9. That is how you do it, sir. Sagatari will need to pull something out of the hat if he wants to dislodge Toro Rosso from his system, and he nearly goes into the wall, the cast section. That would have been qualifying pretty much over with front wing damage. But thankfully, I think he got away with that unscathed. Interesting to see how he does on his final lap. He has to perform. Yells in second. One of the Chris Yoss is facing the wrong way out of turn 7. He's come a cropper of that really high bump on the exit turn 7. It's flung the car around to Smoltino's got a 5th place grid penalty for colliding with Panda Cruiser. Oh dear, there's an absolute calamity. There's carnage at turn 9. Smoltino's retired from the session. Panda Cruiser retired. Both of them have got 5 place grid penalties. How are the drivers going to survive this? Sagatari is going to come up to it very closely. It's coming through turn 6 and 7 now. Hopefully, Light Cruiser puts himself on pole. 1:37.6 for the Renault. But what about Sagatari? He has to respond. Going through turn 9, are the drivers out of the way? Yes, they are, crucially, for the Renault. He can carry on with his lap. There's Red Bull driver of Panda Cruiser off the road at turn 11 and 12. Safso was retired from the session. He's going to start in the front row unless Sagatari can do better than a 1:37.9. Down towards turn 16, 34.5 in the middle sector. It looks pretty good so far for the Renault, looking for his first pole position of the season. Down the long straight for the final time in this qualifying session. DRS wide open for the Renault. Up towards the line. Where's his lap going to put him? Pole position. There we go. A 1:37.5 for Sagatari. And he is now on pole. It is a Renault front row lockout for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Safso splits them and the two Mercedes pairing with Grazios in 6th. Jordan in his debut in 7th in the Sauber. Adam in 8th. Hedis Davy in 9th in the top. And Panda Cruiser gets disqualified. Oh, I forgot that. I didn't see that. Poor Sven. After a good qualifying, I think he was in 5th at one point. He's now starting at the back of the field and might have to start on worn tyres. That will be an absolute calamity. As formation lap gets underway, it is still sunny here in Azerbaijan. Obviously held about 2 months prior to the previous 2016 and 17 race, which was held in the summer in around June time. This is held in April time in the F1 calendar. Obviously right now it is October. What tyres Jan Lazzaro and Panda Cruiser opt for? It's the super soft tyres. So they're looking to play the long game. Meanwhile, the likes of Sagatari and Light Cruiser and Safso especially will be looking to bolt at this start and get the best start possible. Did they make contact there? Yes, they did. I think Light Cruiser got disqualified in the session. Oh dear. As here we go then, Panda Cruiser, the last one to line up on this 12-man grid. And he does so. Come on, AI. There we go. He is in. And we are all set here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. 5 lights on ahead of the drivers. And it's lights out, and away we go. Who's got the best start out of the top 2? It looks like Sagatari's got the best start. Light Cruiser pouncing into turn 1. There's contact. Oh, no. Light Cruiser spun round in a 360 there. He's down the field. Crazy Yoss has miraculously found himself up in 2nd place. Safso ahead of Hedis Davy in for his Cornish down the field. There's nearly 3 wide. Panda Cruiser making gains at the starts. He's side by side with Jan Vosica and Spiltino. Oh, what's going to happen here to turn 3? Can Sven keep it around the outside? It turns to the inside for turn 4. And Sven somehow makes it to 6. Does he? No, he doesn't. Jan just about gets a better traction and just stays ahead of the Red Bull. As who else is making fields? Bascadino's not the best start. Adam and Jordan are going side by side. There's contact. Oh no, Lacero's in a spin. Oh, another guy in a spin. Light Cruiser has got past him. Adam and Jordan are still going wheel to wheel. Jordan's been squeezed out there, and Adam's making contact in the castle section. Light Cruiser's just waiting for a suitable opportunity to get past these 2 drivers, and it could be now as Jordan gets all out of shape on the exit of turn 12. They're going side by side into turn 13, and Light Cruiser gets past the Sauber driver back up into the points. Let's get the gaps up. We seem to not have the gaps. Who's making the moves? Jan is right behind Hedis Davy in the back. Is that Lazzaro? Lazzaro is in an awful spin as well. He's had a shocking of a start. But Lazzaro, actually not Hedis Davy now, is under pressure from Jan, who's already took the inside line down the main straight, and he should have this move pretty much done and dusted into turn 1. The McLaren tries to fight back, but has no answer. Adam gets a 5-second stocker penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh dear. Him and Jordan are both in the pits. Lazzaro, unsurprisingly, in the pits as well. So the super soft strategy not paying dividends for Lazzaro. He is going to switch to a set of soft tyres and a new front wing adjusted as well. He'll be right down the field. Sagatari approaches turn 8. He's barely out of the pit lane. Oh no, Crazy Yoss! Oh, there's absolute carnage here. Crazy Yoss. Oh no! What is happening here? Jan Vosika and Sasso are getting very feisty. And Hennis Davey. Oh, it's 5 cars within a few meters. Surely there's going to be some contact here. Panda Cruz is ahead of Smoltino and Bascidino as Sasso's been barged out by Hennis Davey. Jan takes second place. Crazy Yoss, you got a feel for him. He was doing amazingly in second place and just overcooked it in that 9, 10, 11, 12 complex. And Baku walls do bite, as we can see. Sasso retire from the session. No way, that's 2 drivers out within a matter of corners. Who's going to make the moves here? I've lost the intervals again, but Bascidino is now saying hello to Panda Cruiser down towards turn 1. He's going to squeeze Panda Cruiser out onto the runoff area, the slight runoff area. And he has made his move up into 4th place. Panda Cruiser has no say. And now the Renault, the Red Bull, should be under pressure from the Mercedes soon enough. And Light Cruiser is doing quite well for himself after that early spin. He's still in 7th place. Oh, Hennis Davies lost it at this time. Oh my god. Oh my word. The McLaren goes airborne. Excuse the unprofessional commentary, but that was absolutely incredible. The McLaren goes airborne. And oh, he's out of the race. The Baku walls bite again and take another victim in today's race at the infamous scene of Hamilton and Vettel clashing under the safety car. It is also the scene of Hennis Davies stricken McLaren with 3 wheels on the wagon. He is out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix as Panda Cruiser and Bascidino actually into the pits, interestingly. Has he sustained front damage? No. He's just going for the undercut. Interesting to see where he pans out. If he does come out, that is. That was incredibly late. He's going to lose a lot of time now to all the guys he was previously battling. He'll come out on a comfortable 6th place, but still, that's going to hurt him. Light Cruiser looks very close indeed to Smoltino down the main straight. He's within touching distance. If he can get a little bit more DRS distance. Actually, in fact, both of them dive it into the pits there. That's very in sync, as both of them will fit on, I assume, a set of the super soft tyres. Smoltino's getting a wing change, which will surely mean that Light Cruiser will get out of the pits in front. And yes, that has worked. Bascidino coming down the main straight. Adam has unfortunately retired from the session. Whoa! That Sarah must have had his heart in his mouth there as he approached. He went through that high-speed corner and just saw a stricken Toro Rosso in front of him. He must have, in his pants, must not be looking very healthy right now. But Bascidino ahead of Smoltino, just behind Light Cruiser, so he might have not lost as much time as I thought. Sagatari is the next one to come into the pits. Jan takes the effective lead, but of course is yet to pit. Crucially though, on those super soft tyres. Panda Cruiser comes out just ahead of Sagatari, so that is another car that the Renault has to clear, but it shouldn't be that much of a problem for him. Panda Cruiser isn't, actually going quite well to be honest, but isn't the quickest driver in the world, and Sagatari, being in a world of his own right now, will have to face some traffic if he wants to take the win of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It was Sagatori on Panda Cruiser, but then again it wasn't that surprising. Panda Cruiser down into 3rd place after getting dispatched of by the Renault, who's going very quick indeed, and I won't be surprised if we see Sagatori on the fastest lap board in a few laps time, maybe even this lap. Oh, there's more yellow flags out. Who's it for? Oh, wow. Jordan has got all out of shape there at turn 12 and kicks up a load of dirt as he gets back. There we go. I was going to say, Sagatori puts his name on a fast lap board. There we go. But yeah, back to Jordan. He must have made an error somewhere on the exit of turn 11. Oh, that's not going to help you at all. Riding all over the curb and hitting the wall at turn 15. Got from wind damage, hitting the wall again. Jordan seems to be struggling here. More yellows. Oh dear, Jordan has sustained terminal damage and is now out of the race. That's such a shame. On his debut, that's not even a start. I don't know about you, but I can smell a change of leadership any second now. Sagatori all over the back of the Williams of Jan Vosnica. He should easily get past him down the long straight with DRS help and as well as ERS and of course the really powerful slipstream. So here we go then. Jan covering, Jan going a bit defensive here, but it should be no use as Sagatori is now pulling to the inside to get the slipstream and now pulls out and goes down the inside and makes the move stick. Yep, pretty comfortable move there. No source of fight back from Jan and he settles into 2nd place. I wonder if Jan's going to dive into the pits, and yes he has. He's had enough of those super soft tyres and he's going to come in to maybe do the undercut on Laws, who obviously will have to pit again. So this could prove dividends if he can make those soft tyres work. Oh, he's a front wing change from... Oh, that's such a shame. Any chance of him probably taking the win has probably been stripped away from him thanks to that front wing change. I wonder where he obtained it. Maybe at the start, maybe through just an error of his, and it's cost him a couple positions. Smartino gets past the Williams, so he's going to have to fight back from 6th place. And saying that, Smartino's going to cover the inside there, but Jan goes to the inside of the inside, down into turn. Oh, he's outbraked himself, and that's him into the escape road, and that's him way down. Now behind Smartino, he's about 4 seconds, maybe even that though, 8 seconds behind the Mercedes. So all that hard work, stretching those super soft tyres and putting good juice out of them, has now gone to waste. As now he has to claw back 8 seconds on the Mercedes. There's yellow flags out in sector 2. Who's it for? Light Cruiser! It's a Light Cruiser, a virtual safety car. Light Cruiser has got some damage of some sort on his car. I wonder where it is on his car. I don't really know. It's probably... I actually can't tell from the camera shots we are getting. Oh, I can see it. The left side end plate is missing. We have a virtual safety car. So I think Sagatori is going to dive into the pit here. Going to strap on a set of soft tyres, I assume. I won't be surprised if Panda Cruiser follows suit. And definitely Light Cruiser. Yeah, Panda Cruiser comes in now. As does Light Cruiser. What about Bascadino and Smiltino? This is going to be very interesting indeed. Jan's going to gain lots of time on all these guys. Or is he? I don't know. Panda Cruiser. Sagatori. Sagatori comes out of the pits in 1st place. Comfortably ahead of Panda Cruiser. But Jasper is also in the pits. Jasper comes out of the pits now. Panda Cruiser is behind Jasper. And Jan is up into 4th place. Bascadino ahead of Light Cruiser. So the virtual safety car spicing this race up a little bit. Light Cruiser and Bascadino ensuing battle. I think Light Cruiser has got ahead of Basketino. They are both on fresh tyres. And Light Cruiser sails past the Mercedes thanks to DRS on that main straight. But this battle could not be over just yet. Basketino does look very close. Is he going to challenge into turn 3? It's very tight in there. Last thing you want to do is go side by side because there's probably going to be contact of some sort. Basketino thinks better of it and will probably try next lap. Panda Cruiser, no! Sven! Sven was looking so good. And then a simple mistake. It happens in most circuits. Azerbaijan, Monaco, Canada, Singapore, you name it. As Panda Cruiser somehow is not out of the race. Ah, there we go. Oh, I am gutted. My heart goes out to him. He was looking so good. And then a simple mistake from his part. And he is out of the race. Parks up next to the grandstand at turn 15 and has been passed by the ghost of Latzer. Actually, I say ghost. Latzer is still racing here. Whoa, I did not expect to see side-by-side battles through turn 10. Basketino and Light Cruiser are putting a great show on for us. They're going wheel to wheel. None of them backing out, none of them giving another half inch. Basketino just about squeezes ahead of the Renault, but this could continue down the long straight. And down to turn 1, Basketino will not have the advantage of DRS here. He's at a slight disadvantage here. Light Cruiser will be wanting to pounce, but I think Basketino is using a bit more ERS, to be honest. Looks a bit too far back in my opinion. As Basketino comes into the pits and fits on a new set of tyres. This is going to be close. Where they're going to fire out, it looks like, oh, it's going to be very close indeed. Jasper gets over the curb on pit exit. This is going to be a 3-way scrap for third position. I can't wait. Is Ruben going to send it from that back there? Yes, he is. Oh, it's a bit of argy-bargy stuff there. They're going side by side through turn 4. This is just going to invite Jasper to get in on the action. The 3 Dutches going wheel to wheel almost. Light Cruiser just edging ahead of Basketino. Has got the inside line for turn 6 and just stays ahead of Basketino. Smartino is now eager to have his say on things. Basketino is going to size up a possible chance if there's any mistake from that Renault. Look how close Basketino is. Is he going to try it from there? Yeah, I don't think so, mate. Light Cruiser actually might have hit the wall there. And he's got front wing damage. Light Cruiser's got front wing damage. Oh, what a shame. Any chance of him getting on the podium has now been ruined. Surely it's going to be so slow compared to Basketino through this turn 17 and 18. And surely, yeah, this is going to be a clean overtake, surely, for Basketino, who is even going to go into the pits. He can't go into the pits because Basketino is blocking the line. They're going wheel to wheel down the main straight into turn 1. Now we head now on Basketino. Sends it up the inside. Pretty optimistic move. And, oh, Light Cruiser's been hit into the wall there. Oh, and Sportino sails past. And Light Cruiser goes off. And he's in the he has to reverse it back onto the racetrack once more. Oh, he's sideways as well. And he's got a bit of distance between himself and Lazzaro. But, oh, dearie me. It's now a battle between just the Mercedes drivers. Smartino on the substantially quicker super softs compared to the softs on Basketino. But I'm sure this is going to be a fight worth watching. Bahrain may repeat itself here. Hopefully, we don't see a mishap by one of the drivers that will cause the battle to end sooner than we would want it to. Here we go then. Basketino defending the inside for all his might, but it could be too little too late. There we go. Jasper sails past already before the braking zone. And he moves himself up into third place. Comfortable move from the Jasper. And third place could be set. I think my light crews are having a shocking lap. This could get Lazzaro. Yeah, Lazzaro is going to be ahead of light crews after a shocking start. Lazzaro finds his way up into 5th place. It's definitely too far. Third and fourth are definitely too far from the Force India's reach. 10 points onto his tally is definitely something to be happy about. Might be seeing one more bit of action in today's race as the clouds loom over this race as Sagatari. We might be seeing one more bit of action in today's race as the clouds gloom over this exciting race. It could have been a bit better, but you know, you can't win them all in Formula 1. There was bound to be a boring race in this season. But Jasper could be challenging Jan, he is challenging Jan for the 2nd position for the runners-up spot in today's race. Sagatari has been utterly dominant in today's race, has drove away from the start, had no competition whatsoever, and will take a remarkable victory. But 2nd place is still up for grabs, and Martino looks likely to take it. Look how close the Mercedes driver is. He needs to get past as quickly as possible, because I think by the time we head into the final lap, the soft tyres might be quicker than the super softs on the Mercedes. But here we go then, Jan aggressively defending, trying to get the Mercedes out of his slipstream, but he can't really do much about it, as down towards turn 1 the Mercedes is the inside line and he makes the move stick. Jasper up into 2nd place. Will Jan fight him back into turn 2? No, he doesn't feel the grip required to possibly dive it down the inside at the last moment. Martino moves himself up into 2nd place, and that could be that for today's race, unfortunately. Oh no, it's not! Oh, Jan's retired from the session! As soon as I say that, oh my word! Did Jan just completely out? Did Jan go for the move? Did Jan see a gap that I didn't? Whatever happened, it's cost Jan any chance of scoring points in today's race. Bascadino is now promoted into 3rd place. Martino up to 2nd. Lazzaro in 4th, and Light Cruiser will come home in 5th. Wow, what was that? The clouds are really covering the skies here, as Sagatari is now going to finish the race in a few seconds time. It has been a consistent, calm and collected display, keeping it out of the walls, keeping it on the track, keeping it in 1st place. Sagatari up towards the line now. He wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for Renault. What a race. His 1st win of the season. He'll be delighted with that result. Martino 34 seconds behind. That just shows how much Lars has dominated today. There's more yellow flags. Light Cruiser has retired from the session, but he's completed more than 90%. So he will get classified and he will get that 10 points. No point carrying on when he knows he's going to come in 5th place. No more, no less. Jasper very slowly comes across the line to take 2nd place ahead of his teammate. Mercedes will be very happy with that. Toto Wolff must be elated on the pit wall. Lazzaro is the last to come up to the line and finish. A decent recovery drive of him staying out the walls after lap 1. And that has proved very good for him indeed. So many drivers falling victim to the deadly streets of Baku, which has claimed victims in the past, and it is no different today. 7 DNFs in today's race. I expected a few DNFs, but 7? No, I didn't expect that at all. Sagatari takes 1st place ahead of Smoltino, and the timing boards have just alleviated me, but you saw them on the screen. That is it then for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. A great race. We'll hope to see you at Spain in a week's time. Until then, catch you later.